Mic audio. Hello people of the Tinterweb. You should be able to hear us now. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. Most of you, I believe, have been here lots of times, seen us play lots and lots of tabletop games throughout the last couple of months, trying to get our sanity through the lockdown as it starts to lift ever so slightly. So welcome to the channel. We play lots of tabletop games. We play Dungeons & Dragons 5th Ed, we play Pathfinder 2nd Ed, we play Carbon 2185, which is a cyberpunk RPG based on 5th Ed by Dragon Turtle Games. We also have started introducing one-shots on a Wednesday, where the last 3 weeks a friend of ours, Jade, did storytelling for Vampire the Masquerade, and she brought some brand new people to Vampire the Masquerade into the game, which was very cool to see, and hopefully they enjoyed that. You can go check it out on YouTube. If you want to see everything else we've done previously to this, go to YouTube. You should be able to push the button just below the stream that you may have background noise as people in my living room talk and I stab them with a pen. So go to YouTube, you can see everything we've done previously. It's all there, it's really cool. It's the greatest stories ever told. You'll never find greater storytelling. Read the small print. If you want to follow us on social media, we've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you want to jump on Patreon and find us on Patreon, just put Heavyweight Gaming in there, and you can, if you give me 2 seconds. Hello, Rebecca. I need you to talk quietly, please. I said please. Don't make me divorce you on the internet.
They're coming from Mr. Loud over there.
I'm supposed to be loud. So, if you don't be kissing me, right?
Are you sweating?
That's right. I did that on purpose. So yeah, 3 million people saw that. So you, if you want to go to Patreon and you find Heavyweight Gaming on Patreon, and throw, there's a couple of tiers. There are a few dollars and they scale. Anything that gets put towards us on there, we throw into the channel for artwork and such. We also throw out a 5th edition e-magazine once a month called Arcane Script, which is written by myself and a lad called Rob. If you know him, he's a very talented writer. If you don't know him, he's a very talented writer. So we're putting together that 5th Ed magazine. We throw it out once a month, and we throw it out to our patrons. It's about 30 pages long. The first one was 20. They now push 30 every time we release them, which is shocking. And lots of law-inducing madness. So that's all the lovely stuff out the way. Our sponsors for the show are Just Games Guernsey. You can find them at justgames.gg, sponsored by Sir Gawain himself and his pal Stu. If you go to their website, you can find pretty much anything regarding gaming, whether it be Xbox, PS, card, tabletop, dice, you know, you name it. GG, Just Games, etc. have got it. Stu's got it. Just go speak to Stu, but he'll find you it. He's the Del Boy of Guernsey, I'm told. So this time next year, he'll have a very tall, skinny brother. So yeah, so thank you for sponsorship. Hopefully he'll still sponsor us after this this evening's show. Our other sponsors are Sawdustandswearwords. Facebook, type in Sawdustandswearwords and you'll got their photo albums and you'll see some incredible woodworking done. Dave and wood seems to have been a perfect match all his life. There are different sites if you want to see him with different wood, but the one for geeky stuff is Sawdust and Swearwords, and you'll see some incredible stuff. He's also just done a bit of collaboration work with, I'll have some onion rings, yes. He's done a bit of collaboration with, well, I'm professional, right? He's done a bit of collaboration work with Ruffworx Creative. So if you go check out our social media and their Facebook pages, you will see that Ruffworx has done some very nice leather wraps to go around some of the dice cups. Thank you very much from my beautiful assistant. Wife, this is my wife. And the boss. They're beautiful, they're absolutely stunning. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what else Sawdust and Ruffworx put together over the coming years, days, months, weeks. It'll be lovely. Right, there's all that good stuff out of the way. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. So we are doing a 48-hour gaming challenge. Yep. Because I'm doing this on the fly. Are you ready? Bet. You should see this on the screen now. I'm going to shrink it down so it's not everyone's face. There you go. I'll just cover a few people so you can see my... sod it. Right, we'll edit this bit out. Fit to script. There you go. You can hear my voice anyway. Right, so that Heavy's 48 gaming challenge. Exactly what it says. Tabletop and PC gaming on the 28th of August through to the 30th of August. For that 48-hour period, we will be streaming live, whether it be tabletop and D&D, Pathfinder, all that sort of stuff, whether it be playing, I don't know, Fortnite, Magic the Gathering, Apex, Minecraft, I don't know, World of Warcraft, and then we'll have D&D, Carbon, Pathfinder, all sorts of stuff. There's a few people that might be doing some other one-shots. I can't remember, Rob's looking at one. A different Rob is wanting to run an Aliens game, so that'll be cool. For the charities you see on there, Mind, Mermaids and Rainbow Trust, so that's what we'll be collectively trying to raise money for. We had a bit of success with doing a 24-hour stream before, and we hit £1,500, give or take a quid. So we want to roughly get the same again collectively for these three. Mind is a mental health charity, Mermaids is a pride charity, Rainbow Trust is a children's charity. I know that's not a lot of detail, but if you look at them on the internet, their own websites will give you a far better description of what they do and what they've achieved than I will splaffing about it on the old Twitch. The reason it says our names next to those is because if you go to the link, thejustgiving.com/team/heavy48 link, you donate to a person that set up the charity page. So it doesn't give you the option to click on Mind to donate to it, you click on my name. So if you wish to donate to Mind, you click on my name, Mermaids, Kelly, Rainbow Trust, Rob. If you do donate, thank you very much. I won't be notified until later, so if you do, thank you very much appreciated. If you don't worry about it. The world is not great for people and finances at the minute, but if you've got pals that are still working full time, send them this link and tell them to donate on your behalf because they're friends. This is what I've done several times now, it works. Boom, you've got our lovely faces back. So, and yes, it is going to be epic. Sawdustandswearwords, Ruffworx Creative, Bardic Inspiration, all people that have been on the stream are 100% confirmed to be doing giveaways and auctions for the charity stream as well. So there'll be posts going up about that where you can bid for items that they're making. I do know Sawdustandswearwords is trying something he's not tried before, and he's told me what it is, and I really want to shout about it, but I won't because I'm told I have to hold my tongue now and then. But it's going to be beautiful. As soon as Sawdust starts releasing pictures, we'll get them out there. I think that's about it. That's about it really for that. Right, let's... Angie Pops! Well done, you missed all the intro waffle. You're just in time for the game. This lot, we have playing Zahak, the Rogue Goblin. James, give us the wave, James. Playing Sir Gawain, the half-orc grey orc champion, we have Stu. Playing Sinis, the lizard folk bard, we have Kerry in lizard mask. And playing Tevay, the goblin sorcerer, we have Martin. Yeah. This is session 2 of the Call of Stone. It is set in Savai, a tundra of beautiful rolling white hills, mountains, wonderful lore, history, and lots of orcs, goblins, lizard folk, and a few dwarves. So yeah, so we'll see what happens around there. Last session, you guys were working out at the links. You've been given a job by Beldak to go to the capital city of Valkal and just drop off some packages to a squire that is inquiring tutorage from Sir Gawain. The sponsor of the squire is anonymous. This is not new to Sir Gawain and others, but yeah, so that was the initial job. On your way there, you or before you left, you partnered up with a collection of dwarves, around 10 of them, led by a lovely dwarven lass called Shoulders. You headed out into the tundras, you had a bite to eat, you fell down a hole, discovered a quite well-made, not tomb, but sort of ritualistic area that seemed to be very presentable rather than, it didn't serve any other purpose other than looking nice. It was guarded by some tundra scorpions. When the tundra scorpion died, it was revived somehow. Oh yes!
Who knows?
Nice reminder there from Sawdust. I'll get to that bit in a sec. You defeated the tundra scorpion. You went back up to speak with the dwarves. 6 of them had been killed in the fight with 2 of the scorpions up on the surface. The 4 remaining, Shoulders being one of them, having a little chinwag. You went around, helped with their healing and helped with them sending their fallen on their way, which was quite cool. Stories were shared, and the 6 dwarves were thrown under a load of snow. You then headed down, or were about to head down, to see what the hack was doing after he just opened the very large double doors. Or did you actually all headed down, or was it just you as the hack? Are you all downstairs, or some of you still? You're all down there. Cool. So you're all down there.
They all joined me eventually.
Yep. Zahak opened the doors, and he saw before him a huge hall that, completely from stone, the stone had been sculpted into the shape of trees. So it looked like a forest of stone, not a petrified forest. Actual stone sculptures that were done in the image of trees, and it spread for, well, as far as you could see at this moment in time.
Gravy time.
Well, god damn Dwarf Warrior. So thank you very much, Dwarf Warrior, for the gift subs. That is very, very, very generous of you. Use them all now.
Gravy
Oh, here we go. While these are all coming in, bits. As we just saw, Sawdustandswearwords donated 200 bits. If you donate 200 bits, yes, I'm just going to listen to the chorus and beautiful choir that is It's Gravy Time. If you donate 200 bits during the session,
it's gravy time.
It gives the thank you, Andrew Pops, as well. Jesus Christ, right, will you lot just stop? Well, don't stop giving each other subs. Just, you know what I mean. Thank you very much. If you donate 200
gravy
bits,
time.
God damn, thank you, Code Red, thank you, Evil Wabbit, thank you, Just Games Joe, thank you, Clockwork SJ, thank you, Andrew Pops, thank you, Dwarf Warrior, thank you. I can never pronounce Kerry's Nova colour.
Close enough.
We'll go with that. You're all amazing, by the way. That's all you need to know. Dave, thanks for the bits. So you 200 bits will get the party a team reroll. They can only hold 5 at any one time during the session. They must use it that session. It doesn't carry forwards. It can only be used on themselves. It cannot be used on me. You currently have 1 team reroll. Yeah. Love me bits. Oh, that's good for you, Dave. Good for you. So, before you is this great hall that seems to be made out of stone forestry. You're all downstairs. 3, 2, 1. You are in the room.
Yeah, so behind the double doors, there's like a load of stone trees. I totally thought it would be your thing, Circavane.
Well, thank you, but normally I deal with living trees. Let's go check it out.
A tree is a tree, right? I mean, but I don't know what is behind the smaller door at the other end, so I don't know which one you want to go through. The double doors with the stone trees, or the single mystery door?
Are you on about the small door near the bloody skull on the floor?
Yeah! It's a mystery.
The double door first.
No, it's just because of the bloody skull, isn't it?
No, we can do the bloody skull. I'm not shying away from battle, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I think we should do the tree door first. The bloody skull door we can come to later. I think
Okay, so two votes for the tree door. Where are you falling on this?
I don't really mind. I've got some magic left to heal with. Let's go.
Tree door it is. Tree door.
Cool. You
I
all.
take it you've already opened it.
Yeah. He opened it.
Yeah. It's just about wide enough to fit your shield through. It's a very heavy door. I'm a very small goblin. Have you not noticed?
Like the way you were complaining about the size of the door, not the size of my shield. But yeah, that's appreciated. I'll muscle my way through.
That's as big as shield should be, right? You can hide bodily behind that thing.
Yeah, totally. More importantly, I can hide other people
Absolutely. Like 2 goblins
easily.
on top of each other.
So while you
hide behind you, we'll hide behind your legs.
Yeah. Like tree stumps. They're so big.
While you two are flirting. Say again?
I was going to say, I will stay further away because clumping together is a bad plan.
Agreed. By all means, I will go first, unless someone wishes to be sneaky and investigate by stealth.
No, we should totally send in the scout. You go, Sir Gavin.
Yes.
As you're talking,
Oh,
can
Got this, buddy.
Sinis and Tavir give me perception checks?
I'm gonna thing for this.
Yeah, it's on the right-hand side of your character sheet, next to the initiative button, but not the initiative button.
I know.
I'm not on the page, so you'll have to tell me what you get. Yeah, there we go.
I got 14.
Cool. And Tavir?
Ready in a second.
No worries.
We're looking up secondary sheet. Yeah, slow. Yeah, sorry. With your perception, something.
17.
17?
I see 17.
So, while Gavin and Zahak talking about... while Gavin and Zahak are talking about who should scout the area, you two kind of just look out across the vast hall. The more you look at it, the more you can see that it is some sort of entrance hall. You can't see the end of it. There is enough light that even you can see Sinis, but it is dim and more shadows covering a lot of stuff that you probably need to get closer to before you could identify it. But there is a crap load of... It's like being in a forest as you look down the stairs in front of you that lead into this hall. And this hall is vast and could easily hold, at first calculation, 1,000 humanoid shapes. It is like a grand hall.
Are there any stories about a place like this? Because it sounds quite distinctive.
Give me a law check.
Let me check my bardic law.
Yeah. I will just
21.
Damn. I shall just let the chat know we use Sirenscape for the ambient music. It changes its volume quite regular, so keep me clued up as to if it's really loud or really quiet. You may carry on enjoying the share. 21. So there is... You can't recall names, but you do recall the tale of the first Druids. Druids that were dwarven and taught the rest of the world how to manipulate nature and use it to cast magic or to reach deep into that sort of energy that's in druidic skill and bring it out to manifest it into spells. It was the dwarves that first brought that to the world, so these stories go. They lived in a forest of stone, which matches up to what you see before you, but the names of the forest and the specific dwarves don't quite come to mind, but you do know of a tale or of a history that Forest of Stone and the dwarves brought druid magic in.
Cool. I will say out loud, this may very well be the hall of the first druids in this land. They were dwarves that lived in a forest of stone. They were the first druids here. So if there are people here, it may be that we are dealing with druids, which now makes me feel slightly worse about the scorpions that are dead. It may be that some of those were people.
Yeah.
Nah, because there were some metal ones up there, and druids, they don't like metal. It's a well-known fact. Once upon a time, I tried to rob a druid, and he had no money on him, because he said, "I'm a druid, I don't do metal." I was like, damn, I can't trade for twigs and leaves.
Sounds like
True story.
You were done there. Huh?
Do anyone have a torch?
Yeah.
No, I can just see in the dark.
For those of us who can't, looking at this myself.
I have an ever-burning torch. I will produce said thing.
Yes.
It's gravy time.
Oh, thank you for
Oh,
the
it's
clockwork.
ever burning.
Boom, thank you, clockwork. You light your ever-burning torch. Is that 40 feet of light, is it? 20 bright and... I can't remember, yeah. You've got a lot of light with it. So yeah. What do? You venture forth down the stairs. The long stairs in front of you there are about 40 feet drop down into this forest of stone.
Okay, well, with Sinister Light, I presume, behind me, I will lead the way cautiously down the stairs.
Cool.
Require a little stealth.
It's up to you. Are
Do
you?
you want me to stealth?
No, I
No.
need you to cast flag on your shield, but you've got your own torch.
I've got low light vision, so I'm actually okay. We just need a light source.
I have no vision in the dark, so the light source works for me.
Yeah, so you holding this torch behind me is fine for me. Orcs are naturally good at nighttime hunting. And, I don't know, maybe in some point in our ancestry we lived in caves.
We all did.
There's a lot of bias behind, like, the Sinis can tell you the tales.
Does that mean goblins still live in caves? Because we're really, really good at seeing in the dark.
Yeah, you guys are practically subterranean half the time.
Ah, well, that's okay then. It feels like home.
What about the Grand Line weeds? But anyway, I will heroically lead you
It's
into doom.
just so racist,
Attack.
isn't it? I know. It calls us weirds.
I think it's a... Anyway, you go down the stairs, Sir Gawain leading the way. Every footstep can be heard of Gawain. The heavy-footed champion that he is.
I'm going to try and make myself quieter and get a 15 on my stealth roll.
Cool. Less
I
quiet.
swear he's doing this on purpose.
Gawain starts tiptoeing, but you can still see him and hear him, just not as much as before. You make your way down the 40 feet of stairs. As you hit the bottom, you now notice how big these stone trees are as you venture forth and then start looking up. Some of them look to be the supporting pillars of this great hall, and the ceiling is so high you can't see it. There is the odd glimpse you get when the torch is hitting certain areas where some of the stone trees are shorter. You can see that even the ceiling at that low level before it reaches up has also got stone sculpturing done to look like a canopy of leaves reaching up. A lot of effort went into this.
I was going to say, I look up, but yeah, that's fine.
Always look up.
I'll look up.
So, before you is a enormous forest of stone trees. They are regimented in certain areas, and then other areas they look random.
Wild.
But you can see that that is more to the effect of the structure of the enormous cavern that they're in.
Are they a certain kind of tree, or are they all different?
Give me a nature check. Just look like trees.
Very, very nice trees.
I mean, you recognise a couple from the trees above ground. You see some that you've never seen before, but naming them is no chance.
Bet.
And you just walking on here? Or are you doing stuff?
Yeah, cautiously advance forwards unless anyone's got anything they'd like to do. Keeping eyes out on potentially things jumping out from behind trees, as well as what we can see in the cavern there ahead of us.
Cool, to bit.
One quick check before we move too far on. Are there any loose stones, Shale?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll pick up a loose stone, cast light on it, whap it into the distance ahead of us so that you can have a decent look before we start approaching.
Roll a
You've got a sling.
Roll a d20 and add your strength.
I have a sling.
I cast light on it and pass it to you with the sling.
Alright. Jesus. Just roll an attack roll with the sling.
Roll for a check.
Range.
Ranged attack. There we go.
No, d20.
So I'm rolling a strength check.
No, it's an attack with the sling.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
21.
21.
What's the range? 50 foot, yeah?
Uh,
Cool. You spin your sling and launch it, and it goes about 100 feet at a guess. There's no target in front of you, so it just obviously goes as soon as you release it, and it hits one of the stone trees ahead of you, and it is a guess, but 100 foot seems about right. And as it's sailing through the air, and you all watch it and then use it as to check as the light's going through the air, you just see it light up more and more of these trees. More and more of the floor you can now see is actually these pathways through the forest. Again, have been sculpted, and you notice that there are lumps of rock that have been sculpted into like foliage and bushery and small flowers and such. You can imagine that if this place was completely lit, every opportunity to sculpt stone into something nature-based will have been taken. And the pathways are carved through. But even at 100 feet, you are still not. You still doesn't look as though it's at the end of that forest.
All right. Well, advance up to the stone.
Cool. You head 100 feet. All three of you just walk with Sir Gavin.
yeah. Does it echo in here?
Do you test that? It doesn't.
Just in terms
Just
of
casual talking. There doesn't seem to be an echo.
Okay.
Behind the veins.
There was a slight echo of the stone going ting 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 as it hit the other side, but it wasn't, Balrog loud.
That's fine.
That's the next forest. Shrubbery. So yeah, so walking that 100 feet, you notice now that you've seen the path, you kind of find yourself S-ing through the trees, these stone trees, and there's the odd moment, Gavin, where you sort of step up a little bit and realise you've actually walked off the path and that they almost grooved it to lead you. You get to where the stone is on the floor, and it's obviously lit up, and you can see out and about. Give me a perception check, just as you come round that tree that was hit with the stone.
20 for me.
Yeah, 20 for... no, only one of you, but two of you rolled anyway, so you both spotted that ahead of you about 80 feet. There are several archways that seem to be in a flat where the cave now has hit a flat bit and just reaches up fairly high. You can't see where it goes. But at that flat bit, you see about 6, 7, maybe one of them looks a bit of an archway in this flat cavernous wall. And then beyond that, you can't see.
Looks like a structure or something over there. That way?
I like buildings. Buildings usually have people near them.
Alright, I'll wait for Sinis to recover the stone and fling it on.
Right. Are you gonna try and slingshot the light stone to those archways in the flat surface?
Why not?
Cool, you pick up the stone, give me an attack roll.
Yep.
You bullseye the scorpion that was waiting in ambush.
Got it going. 12. I don't bullseye nothing.
You don't bullseye it, but you manage to launch it 50 feet, maybe 60. And you're only 80 feet from the archways anyway, and you can see again that as the light spins, as the stone goes through the air and the light starts catching everything as it flies through, there are less of these stone trees and more of a semicircle around this flat cave wall.
Head there then.
Cool.
Proceed cautiously, sword drawn, shield ready.
Wow.
And a javelin held behind the shield just in case.
Yeah. Alright, Leonidas. You...
Looking backwards.
What was that?
So consciously tiptoe behind you, looking backwards.
Yeah, bet.
As you are tiptoeing backwards, and you are Leonidas going forwards, You get into the semicircled area, you're about 30 feet from the archways. The 7th archway seems to have caved in. So from your original spot, it did look like an archway, but now you can see the caving from the stone above it. But there are 6 archways before you that look like, from where you can immediately see, are very short tunnels and appear to open up into something beyond.
Are they like in a they're all along the same wall, or is
Yeah. So imagine there's 6. You were at a flat wall and there were 6 doors in front of you. They're about 5 to 8 feet apart each archway. So as if multitudes of people could walk through this area at the same time rather than queue behind one door.
Yeah.
But the archways, they look to be short tunnels, and I'm talking 10 feet maybe, and then open up into something beyond.
So it's very much an entrance door.
Yeah, but no actual door to hold just an archway.
Does it look like they sort of picking up the lightstone and sort of shining it through each archway? Does it look like they all lead to the same next room?
Yeah.
Or is there a partition at some point where one's one side, one's another?
They all lead to this to the next room.
I will toss it lightly back to Sinis
Cool.
and sort of gesture for her to do the honours.
Brilliant.
Fine, for the viewers at home, we'll seal Team 6 it if we ever come against that kind of. Ooh, nice.
Seal.
Best roll I make all night, 24.
Well, goddamn. Give me a moment.
Got my iron.
You got what? Sorry.
I've got my iron.
Is this? Are you? What you're doing? You're throwing the light through.
Yep, throwing the light through to the next big room.
Cool. I am currently trying to do something on the fly here. What did you get? You got Sky Eye, didn't you?
24.
Yes.
I am going to tell everybody as well to get ready, because that's what just came up. So everybody, please get ready.
What?
Right. So. Stand by, viewers, while I use my skills for the greater good. Yes, that actually worked better than I thought. Right, as you throw the stone through the archways, and I take this. Wow. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Oh, I'm loving life. It's amazing. On the fly stuff is not advised. But I've nearly done it. Yes! Yes! Right. As you skitter the light through there, the first thing you can see, that beyond it is a massive opening of well over 100 feet across from those archways that you come in. Through the other side, the floor appears to have rocky raises every now and then, and a henge of stones, and then in the middle a raised bit with a obelisk, is it? You know, the raising point of stone at the centre. The floor itself has a green, glowing, more natural glow to it, as if the plants maybe give off a bit of light, but there is definitely greenery in the other side, and what appears to be tree trunks, but you can't see if there's any head of the trees until you go fully through the archways. Yeah. Where have I just put them?
Is it made out of the same stone?
Say that bit again.
We can see.
Say that bit again, Kerry.
Is
it all made out of the same stone? Yeah. No, the henge through the archway looks like it's been placed there rather than carved. So it is 2 stones with a stone on top. 2 stones with a stone on top, and then round.
Okay.
guess we will cautiously move towards the henge.
I will only say, as much as Tinny's already said, be cautious, even more cautious. Green light in dark caves tends to mean dead juju.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's better than red light.
Green light, necromancy, generally my flavour.
Yeah, I mean, also the other thing is, if we didn't have the rock, it would just be like a grey light because dark vision, you don't see colours, so it'd be fine.
Anyway.
Right, so you walk through the archway, yeah? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look up.
Now go to roll 20.
Oh, now roll 20.
Ah, sweet. Okay. I was looking at a dark room before. I thought that was all we were.
I'm going to try and make this look good for the lovely viewers. And see if they can. Right, so yeah, so in here you have the henges. You can see the henges. Yeah, and the obelisk thing here. And then the henges around. These trees are indeed stumps. They have no leaves above them. And you guys have come in at the bottom here. Let's make you a bit bigger so you can see yourselves a bit better. There you go. So there you go. You guys have come through at the bottom, yeah?
This rocky outcrop in front of us before this trade truck here. How is it easy to climb, or do we need to go up these little points?
No, you can climb up it, but it's about 6 feet, so you'd actually have to physically climb up it. You can't just step up it. Or obviously these little slope bits you can just walk up. So yeah, so you climb up onto there. Yeah. Anyone else doing anything else?
I slowly try and come up behind him.
Cool. So you climb up onto there.
I'm gonna climb there.
Right. So from there, what you're doing? Before you, the let me just. That feels a bit loud. Oh, this multitask all over tonight. So in front of you, those stones look to be well polished. They're not perfect, but they've had a lot of care given to them. They're not rough and jagged. The stonework on the way in, I will say, looked like it was done a very long time ago, to the point where you can see the texturing kind of fading away because who or whatever made the stone sculpturing was that long ago that the stone it's just getting to that point now. It's been that old, even beneath the surface. Whereas in here, the stone henge bit that you can see, the stones have been cared for and given quite a lot of, well, polishing is probably the best word. Where have you gone, you bastard? The obelisk ahead of you is about 20 feet high from that floor, that flat bit here, straight up, and it comes to a point, and there are. Do any of you speak Druidic?
Nope.
No, it is a hidden language.
Cool.
As I was once told by a druid that I was trying to rob, who said that he had no metal because druids don't do anything with metal, so he had no money. He also told me in a very weird language, which he said was druidic, but that I'd never know it because I wasn't a druid. True story.
So no, you don't speak Druidic. Brilliant. Yeah, there are symbols on there that you do not recognise all over that obelisk.
Okay. Go to here to the henge.
Yep.
I'm presuming nothing immediately leaps out and pulls my face off.
Not yet, no.
Does the rock feel warm?
It does.
Or strange in any way?
It feels warm.
Ooh.
Either of you looking more at the sorcerer goblin, able to sort of sense magics and stuff?
Oh, yeah, I could do detect magic.
I mean, yeah. I believe the bard can sense up, read aura, and I can detect magic, and that goblin can detect magic too.
By all means, you want to ascertain the nature of this place, feel free.
Oh, that's not what detecting a magic does. Detecting a magic now just says, yes, it's magical.
But you know what
Yeah.
I
But
am.
if you tell me what's magical, I can then read the aura and tell you a little bit more. Also, I may lean against one of these stones because they're pleasantly warm and I do like fast.
Without wishing to sort of insinuate or insult anyone, Sir Gawain looks at his mighty shield, glances at his well-made sword, flexes his otherwise pretty good muscles, and just, gives himself a bit of a "this is your area of expertise, not mine" kind of insinuation via the means of body language and without rolling his eyes at all.
Hey, I think he feels left out. Like he's not.
No,
part
not
of
left
the
out.
situation.
More, I don't feel this is my area of.
If
So
we
Is there
got
anything
you,
religious written on this? No.
if we got you a
Druidic.
bucket with some water in, you could hold your breath under it, and then you'd be helping.
No, that's not what I'm implying. Zach. What I'm sort of saying is I'm allowing you guys to take the lead now, and I will keep an eye peeled.
Oh, okay. I'll look at the lizard. So, what do we do now?
I'm going to look at the other goblin.
I'm a cast detect magic.
Okay, we're on to a winner.
That was brilliant.
I'm going to ignore the magic that's covering the other three of them.
Cool.
Use your magical sonar.
So, you send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence. You can choose to ignore it. You detect illusion magic, and yada yada. Is it heightened for you? I don't know if that's the thing for you as a sorcerer. Cool.
Oh, no height until level 2.
Cool. Yes. Within 30 feet of you, assuming you've come over to the stones.
I'm going to have a wander around trying to find it, yes.
So, the stones, the henge stones, ping magical.
Cool. I'm informed that the stones are magical.
Okay.
Have a read.
I will go over to stones and
You keep breaking up, Gary.
to us. I'll cast to the closest stone and cast read aura.
Read aura. Read aura. What page is that?
I will just read through it.
Cool.
Within 30 feet, you focus on the target object, opening your mind to perceive magical auras. When the casting is complete, you know whether or not the item is magical, and if it is, you learn the school of magic. So it basically tells me what school it is.
The school is conjuration. Oh, it's not. That's not done like that here, is it? Summoning. What's his summoning one?
Yeah, it's conjuration.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, it's conjuration.
It's magic. They summon something.
Ooh. Do you reckon they
Just
summon
like-
giant scorpions?
So,
So now you know it's
Do they have like a hole through the middle that you can walk through?
the hinges. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's literally
Okay.
yeah. It could probably
Try walking through it.
nothing.
Oh, that was anticlimactic. What's
How
up
many-
here?
That is the 20-foot. All of the stones, if you are to go around them, would be magical, and the obelisk is magical. The aura is conjuration on the stones. Are you casting read aura on the obelisk?
I will cast read aura on at least 2 of the stones to make sure they're the same.
They are.
And I will cast it on the obelisk as well.
Cool. Can you give me a mind? Will. Give me a will save.
11.
Good roll.
So as you read the aura of the obelisk, you lot see the lovely Sinis just sort of glaze over and stare at the stone. Doesn't do anything, doesn't fall over, doesn't go rigid, just sort of glazes over a little bit. What you see, Sinis, is sat at the base of the stone pillar obelisk is a dwarf. Or you assume a dwarf. They're short, they have broad shoulders, they are very stereotypical in that sense, but they are bald-headed, no beard, they have patterns that are akin to ward from the clans folk to the south. Their ward is a mixture of whites, blues and reds, and it is across their cheeks, head, you can see it down their neck. They are just wearing simple clothing like tunic. They are wearing a kilt of sorts that seems to be soft leather with no patterning on it. They're very neutral looking. And they just have a wooden mallet laid out in front of them that looks like it could be wielded one-handed or two. It's not a massive hammer, it's just a sledgehammer of sorts, but it is wooden. And they're just sat before you. They look up, see you, smile, and then you're back in the room.
Okay.
Hey, where'd you go?
I'm assuming I can no longer see the dwarf.
No.
I could see a dwarf sat, and I'm just going to point to where he was.
Can I just 2 seconds? James, the same schools. The schools of magic, they're the same, yeah? They haven't changed from Pathfinder
No change.
yet. So,
Absolutely right.
abjuration is the obelisk.
The
Which
obelisk is
protected.
correct.
Yeah.
The dwarf sat there. He was bald. He had woad and a very plain kilt and a wooden mallet, so it fits with the druid.
Okay.
He smiled when he saw me. I don't know of what kind of intent, but he did see me. And the obelisk was abjuration, or is abjuration from what I can tell.
Oh, well, I can definitely tell you there's no dwarf there now.
Well,
Hey.
so can I.
Lady,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and sit where she pointed, cross-legged, and put my dagger, because that's the only thing I've got in front of me. Just sit where the dwarf should be.
Slightly from
Okay.
To the left.
So you sit where the dwarf would allegedly be. You feel nothing, you sit down.
I'm gonna stay here. Touch it again.
Oh,
That was anticlimactic.
I touched it again.
Are you casting anything or are you just touching it?
I'm going to try and just touch it first.
Cool. You'll touch it, the stone feels very warm and there is a shimmer of pale green light that sort of runs through the druidic symbology all the way up the obelisk. Very faint. Very touch reactive rather than turning anything on.
Okay. With the description of the dwarf, are there any stories that match anybody like him?
Give me a law check again.
Mr. DM, I am going to summon my magical shield. And then I'm going to use my magical shield on the pillar. Does it do anything?
I'll get to you.
Oh, okay.
17.
17. No, not specifically. Bald dwarves, you've seen bald dwarves. Completely clean shaven dwarves, probably new to you. But there's nothing. There is a clan of the no beards, but they generally have very short, stubbly beards rather than clean shaven. But everything else, I mean, they were very akin to the imagery of the clans folk of the Towan Highlands, which is miles and miles south through the Pride Mountains. But other than that, there's nothing popping out at you that relates to a specific tale, story, song, etc.
Thank you.
Mr. Zahak, what do? You put your shield.
Yeah, I summon my magical shield.
Yep.
And then I'll put my magical shield against it. So I have to be stood right next to it because the stupid shield is on the same square as me.
Okay. What does that shield do other than protective stuff?
It's just a protection spell, but it is abjuration.
It is abjuration. Cool. The obelisk symbology, the druidic symbols, brighten and absorb your shield spell.
Hey, give it back!
Can you all roll initiative?
Hooray!
As you see here, a giant tundra scorpion appear. It doesn't crawl out from anywhere. It just appears.
Oh, wait. We have to click off it.
Yeah, click your token first. Yeah.
And then roll it.
There we go. I've got Sergavin. Oh Jesus, that was loud.
So, who had Goblin Sets Off Encounter?
I did!
So you're using your stealth for perception, Zahak.
Yeah, first round of combat, I use my stealth because I'm a rogue.
Cool. So can you give me? Will that change?
No.
So it'll stay 29 throughout, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, cool. In that case, I'll have to add you. Add turn. What did you get? 29.
29.
Cool. Who am I missing? Tavir.
Done it.
Cool. Jesus.
Damn.
High five for the goblins! Atta!
Right.
So, big fan.
Mother kippers. Right, and yeah, I need a bigger desk. Shut up, James.
Okay.
You and your goddamn big desk.
Say anything. Envy. Desk envy.
Where is it? Right, cool.
Dave says he can build you a bigger desk. Can you build him a bigger kitchen?
Can you build me a bigger kitchen? Add to
No,
the
but
turn.
Ruffworx could probably build a bigger kitchen.
A leather cabinet.
Leather kitchen.
That'd be weird. But I'll take it.
Small extension out your back in your garden
Yeah.
in leather.
Just so you're aware, I am making goblin-related notes about today's session. They will be up for the rest of you to read afterwards. That's not the chat, that's just the players.
Okay. I'll probably release them to the chat. So, right guys. The obelisk absorbs your shield spell, and the druidic glyphs light up. The scorpion, very tundra in colouring as you fought before, just appears as if summoned. And yeah, Zakar. What Jesus is that? Spelled?
Just go with Zek. It's just easier.
That's because you got two different.
Oh, there's the scorpion. God damn it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well
all the way on the
camouflaged.
right. I was confused as well to start with, and then I spotted it. Like
It's alright. I was expecting it to be quite literally on top of you.
There you go. People should be able to see it now. There we go.
Those
So,
of you
yeah.
looking for the scorpion, it's to the right.
Oh yeah.
It is stealthed over here. I am going to attempt to shoot it with my short bow.
Okay.
25.
Jesus, yeah. 25 hits.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Day.
Yeah. Also, my sneak attack damage. Which is 1. Yeah!
Another one.
Start as you mean to go on, goblins.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I might attempt a second attack. Let's see how we go. Oh, I get to 13.
13 does not hit with your second shot. Oh, are you hitting with the dog slicer?
No, I clicked the wrong button, but the bonuses are exactly the same.
Okay,
so it's
yeah.
fine.
Cool, yeah. So your first shot, arrow shoots across the way and it thuds into the scorpion. You think about shooting it again, pull out your dog slicer and realise there's no point in your miss.
I could stab the other. No, don't stab the other goblin. That's it. At my third action, I am going to give up for nothing.
Okay. Tavir, you're up. Very large tundra scorpion.
I'm going to do Taviri's favourite thing. God damn it.
I thought your favourite thing was sharing your hit points with Sir Gavan.
Not until he needs them.
So, do you just daze me, yeah?
I just daze.
Yeah, cool. That's a will save, yeah? That's a natural 20.
With a nat 20, I'm fairly certain that'll pass.
Plus some stuff. That's a 27 in total, mate.
Yeah,
That's a nothing.
Right, so that's your 2 action points?
Hang on, does something happen?
yes, 2 action points. He has 1 left.
I think my 1 is probably going to be run to the other side.
It's a good plan.
Cool. If you can move your token.
I will do so.
Sinis.
I'm gonna do exactly the same. I'm gonna cast Daze, so it does the same thing.
Daze. Oh, that is not a nat 20. 9.
It takes.
Is it not?
D6.
What's your
I
DC?
think it's just it doesn't say D6.
Your height into level 2.
Oh, yeah.
What's your DC, Kerry?
21.
Cool, so it's a critical fail. So does that change the effect?
It does not say it does.
It also becomes stunned for.
Oh yeah, sorry. If the target critically fails, it's stunned for a round. Sorry, yeah.
Cool.
And it's maxed, so 10 damage.
God damn.
And
Stunned means it loses all of its actions this turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do I know that that's happened? Will I be able to tell that it's dazed? It's stunned?
Its pincers drop, its tail droops a little bit. You're pretty sure it's stunned.
I will use my words and say it's stunned for briefly.
Briefly, I tell you.
I'm going to use over here.
Right, is that you done, Sinis?
Me?
Gavan, you're up.
Okay, quick question. Moving this square and then to there, is that costing the extra movement or is that just a normal square?
That one you're on is extra movement.
Oh.
So,
So I presume I can get to there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So I was just going to show, yeah, so round the edge, that is actually climbed up. That's again about 6 feet.
Yeah.
So it'd be 10 feet to get up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, it's cool. Actually, I don't need to go that far. Can I see it from there, or is it...
You can see it, yeah.
Okay, cool. I will raise my shield. No, I'll throw a javelin, then I'll raise my shield.
How far can you throw a javelin?
I'm going to find out in a second.
It's 30 foot, you're well in range.
Yeah. 20 on a stun target.
20, yeah, hits.
4 damage.
Skadish.
And then I'll raise my shield and sort of go, come and have a go if you think you're scorpion enough.
Oh my. The scorpion is stunned, so Zach, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, awesome. Wow.
It's no longer stunned.
He's still flat-footed. I'm gonna go with this one.
Why is he still flat-footed if he's not stunned anymore?
Because it hasn't actually acted yet.
So it's flat-footed until it acts. Huh? Cool. Then yeah.
My first shot was a 13. It's very miserable.
That does not hit. Even in
My
flat-footed
second shot
state.
is a 23.
Is that with the minuses?
That's with the minuses.
Ah, yeah, just seen it then. 23 does indeed hit. Your second arrow goes shooting across the way. You do... Oh, you haven't done damage yet.
No, hold on, I'm just working it out. 8 points of damage, because it's magical.
8 points of damage. So bam, it's full of arrows. Well, 2.
That's a lot for me. Right, okay, that's it.
Tavir, you're up.
I'm Prince repeat. Lean over. Oi, you!
Jesus Christ, dazed in, yeah?
Yeah.
It's dazed. What's your DC?
20.
15. No, it's not critical, so it's just normal damage.
So it's not damage. Thank you.
But it's hard, is it? Oh no, it failed, yeah, carry on.
It failed. It takes 9 damage. Mental.
Yeah. Yeah, that scorpion does not like you.
I'm then going to sort of duck behind this 5-foot movement. Use a bit of movement and duck behind the rocks around it.
Cool.
I approve.
So Gavin.
Oh, is it not Sinis?
Have I gone past Sinis? I've gone past Sinis. It's your turn, Sinis.
Just a thought occurs. Are there the markings, the tundra markings on the scorpion? They don't coincide with the markings that were on the dwarf, were they?
Give me a perception check.
Because druid, yo.
Maybe. Unsure. It's got markings, there might be some similarities, but mid throwing arrows around and stuff in the last couple of seconds, it's hard to tell exactly if they are.
Okay. I will use my words and say, I wonder if that's the dwarf, but I am then going to daze him.
Love it.
Because of this, and I ain't taking chances.
Love it. Oh dear. 18.
No, that still fails.
Cool.
He only takes 5 damage there.
5.
Yep.
Let me just double check something here. Cool. Now it's your turn, Sir Gawain, unless Sinis is doing anything else.
No, I did a perception and then a 2-action thing, so I'm good.
Cool. Sir Gawain.
He's currently dead. Oh, he's back.
Alright, there was an emergency.
Did it involve a McDonald's or KFC?
Almost.
We don't
Almost.
have either of those.
The D&D group going next door is going to the Chippy, and I was like, oh, I do like some nuggets.
Nuggets.
It is your turn, Sir Gawain.
Anyway, back in the room. I will mention that it's not unheard of for druids to turn into vermin, but they prefer animals normally. I don't know about dwarves specifically. I'm going to stand on my hill.
Sir Gawain, give me a druid law roll.
That's going to be a no, really.
So roll
a heraldry law or society. What would you prefer?
Give me a society.
Society.
You don't want me to give you a society.
I don't.
All right then, 28.
Cool. Dwarves can the dwarves that you know of and the circles of druidic society that they move in, they've been known to turn into everything. They have no preference.
And Sir Gawain doesn't know jack about how powerful a druid you need to.
That you judge my vermin changing druids.
I am not judging a vermin changing druid. I'm just saying the preferences are normally. Anyway. I'm going to move there. It's still stunned until its turn, isn't it?
No, it's not stunned anymore.
Yeah, I mean, as in like it's off this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to move. I'm going to undo that. Sorry. I'm going to interact to draw another javelin and throw that javelin.
Okay.
For once, could be. Say, if you are a druid, then you mean you are no arm. Show yourself, and then I will ready my longsword.
So your roll was a 9, yeah?
Yeah, it's a miss.
Cool. So you take 2 points of piercing damage as you fall on your own javelin.
Yeah.
You somehow manage to throw it, but keep hold of it and stab it in the floor, realizing that the pointy end is facing towards you, and at the last minute you just move your face out of the way. But you take 2 points on the way out.
It's a skill.
It is definitely one that, for some reason, Stu, you have mastered. No matter what you're playing.
It's funny, it debates me. But anyway, yeah. Then I pull my longsword back out and taunt it some more.
Taunty. What's your movement?
Well,
You little shit bag.
throw verbal bullshit at it.
Right, cool. It's now.
Get me a giant crustacean.
Are you using the action throw shade?
I tried the action throw shade. It hurt me, so I had to use the reaction of save face.
Alright, I've written a lovely part in my journal as to what happens to Sir Gawain.
Push you out.
It skitters across the stony grass and comes launching in at you, and it will. Yeah, it'll stinger you. So its large stinger will just come flying over from the back of it and try and hit you. 24.
Is a hit.
Yes! Where's all my dices? All them dice came out, not one of them a d6. So you take 10 points of piercing and a fortitude save, please.
Yeah, I'm good at those. So
As the stinger pierces your chest.
17 on my fort save.
17. Oh, you just fail.
Yeah.
So you take.
You could use the reroll,
You could use the team reroll.
I could. No, it's not.
or you could use your own hero point.
You could. Nah, it's fine. I'm good. It's fine. We use it for more person.
You take 10 points of poison damage.
Yeah.
Is that on top of the?
Yeah, that's on top.
Sure.
And you are enfeebled for 1 round. So this is a question for Stu and James regarding poisons and stages.
Yeah.
Do the stages kick in per round? So if it's a 3-stage poison, so it's got a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, or a stage 5 or a stage 10, is it stage 1 at round 1 and stage 2 at round 2? Because there's no actual detail on when stage 1, 2, 3, 4 kicks in.
It's usually 10 minutes and then 1 hour.
10 minutes, 1 hour, 24 hours.
What is that on the duration? Because the duration here is 6 rounds.
Oh, in which case it'll be first failure, second failure, third failure.
Cool. Alright, cool.
So basically, if I don't resist it, you either resist it and get better, or you get worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so you roll each
like
round.
Death and dying, you can go down stages.
Cool.
Poisons, you can go down, but you can go back up. But you don't suffer the same effect as it did before if you go back up.
So if he succeeds, is he still poisoned? He's poisoned for 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Yes. Or until I reduce it to 0 severity.
Yeah. Reduce the poison condition to 0. So he's currently at poison 1.
Cool.
Enfeebled, for those who are wondering, means I'm physically weakened. And what? So, was there a value attached to that?
It just enfeebled 1.
Enfeebled 1? Cool.
Yeah.
I take a 1-point penalty to strength-based rolls and DCs, which include melee attacks, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics checks.
Cool.
As I go, ugh.
That's its turn.
Cool. Ooh. Well, Zek, up to you.
Yeah, sorry, Zek, it is up to you. I forgot to say Zek, go.
No worries. I was just being polite for once. Rad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Damn it, Gawain. Alright, I'm going to shoot it with my bow again.
Okay.
Yep. 29.
Damn, that's a crit.
Oh, okay. So the interesting thing about Pathfinder 2 is when you get a crit, you double the number of dice that you roll and the number of straight dots that you have to it as well. So I will be doing
What did you just say?
2d6
What do you mean straight
plus 2,
dots?
so 9. So, because I have a magical bow that does +1 damage,
Yep.
it now does +2 damage,
All right.
and I double my dice.
Yeah, cool, I'm with you now. So you do 9 points.
Yes.
Cool.
And then my second action is to move here.
Cool.
It's dead.
Your arrow
Oh, Santan.
goes over Gawain's shoulder. The glyphs on the obelisk fade back to just a normal stonework, and the scorpion just drops lifeless in front of Gawain.
Yeah! That's my kill, Gawain! Ooh, who's the strongest? Yeah! Oh, you look really sick.
You are still in initiative.
Yep. Status. What stages? What is the listed interval, lady?
It says enfeebled 1 brackets 1 round.
Yeah, that's the interval then. Yeah. Cool. So every round I roll a save.
Cool.
And it gets better or worse. So next up is Tive.
There you are up. Unless you've got anything left, Zach.
No, that's it. I move over there, and then I go, yeah! I killed it!
You're up to there.
Trying to find conditions.
So the scorpion is dead in front of Gawain. The lights on the obelisk have gone out.
You need healing.
I could do with some health, yeah.
I will do the 2-action version of a level 1 heal, and in fact I'll do the 3-action version of level 1 heal. Everyone within 30 feet of me, in case any of you guys need any, receives 8 plus D8. 16 HP.
Yeah.
Nice. Damn, that takes me to max. No, it doesn't. It takes me to 10 below max.
Wow. Brilliant math there, Sir Gawain.
No, it's because I hadn't taken off the 10 poison damage for some reason.
Oh, okay. You got anything left of it?
No, that's all 3 actions to cast it in that manner.
Cool. Sinis, you're up. Does that remove the poison from you, Sir Gawain? Or do you have to resist it to get rid of the poison?
No. Unless it says it does.
No, it doesn't state. Cool. Just so I know you are still. I'll put a little green dot. Cool. Sinis,
I'm going to look around.
give me a perception check.
Yep. I don't see nothing good. But I feel like I'm being useful.
You reckon? Where are you? Are you still down here? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom.
You reckon you see something glinting over here? Can you see on the map?
Yep. I will then move to here to see if I can see it any better.
Oh, you want to use your third action to do another check?
Yeah, why not? It's crazy.
Let's go wild. Buck wild. Oh, I thought it was going to be a nat 20 there. 23, you see absolutely nothing over here and reckon it was a catching of light that caused you to see this before.
I do this.
I missed that.
Sir Gawain, give me a fortitude saving throw.
I will. 22.
Oh, yeah. So now does that reduce it by 1, therefore you're no longer poisoned?
Yeah, so at the end of the interval, must attempt a new saving throw. On a success, I reduce the stage by 1. On a crit success, reduce by 2. On a failure, it increases by 1. So as there's only one stage, it is gone.
Lovely.
I've taken the damage already, but the enfeebled condition goes.
Yes, I'll get rid of that now. There you go. So now you have your turn.
Now, as far as I'm aware, druids that become scorpions normally turn back to druids when they're dead. So I'm thinking this might be just a regular scorpion. But I don't know much about druids, so...
I don't know, for the last half an hour, Gavain's had a few comments to make about druids that you don't know about.
to be honest, the Zex have more. I just respect them for what they are. I don't know
I
their
can tell
ways.
you an interesting story,
Here we
right?
go.
You fall unconscious, Zek.
Oh, it's bedtime for Zek.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled and stand guard and ready for that stuff.
Peeled as in make a physical check, or just be aware to be stabbed?
Be ready to react to things. I'm going to. I'll delay.
Cool. You see a scorpion across the way. Yep.
Aha.
Not in the direction of your 11. And it will turn to face you lot and move.
Oh, I need the
No, don't get the goblin, don't get the goblin, don't get the
goblin.
goblin.
No, trust me. No, not that goblin, the other goblin.
Yeah, get that goblin, not this
No,
goblin.
don't get that goblin, get this goblin.
It's
Don't get this goblin.
its stinger comes over to there to try and sting you. That
I mean,
will
you're just out of range.
possibly be a miss. 18 to there.
That is the number.
That is the number. Can you give me a fortitude saving throw, please?
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh dear. We believe in you today.
You can do it, Tav.
17.
Wait, I have a chance.
Why would you say that?
Ah!
Oh, boom! You are not poisoned, but you do take 11 points of piercing damage.
Oh damn! You're not poisoned because the thing goes in one side of you and out the other.
It squirts when you get out the other side.
Yeah. The plant behind you is fucked though. Zek, you're up. It didn't have enough actions to hit you again, Mr. Tibet.
Oh no.
By one fucking square.
Mechanics.
As that scorpion attacks, you see the glyphs on the obelisk light up again.
I have an obelisk. I'm gonna run over here, draw my dog slicer, and then attack the scorpion, which is now flanked.
Cool. Damn.
I get a 31!
Damn. So is that damage 10 doubled to 20, yeah?
Well, yeah, or I click the roll critical damage button. I also get to add the d6 for my sneak attack, which is also doubled.
Cool.
Yeah, now wishing you just doubled the 10.
Not really. So 18 plus 7, 25 damage.
So yeah, add a double to 10. 20 what, sorry?
25 damage.
25.
In the scorpion's tail. Yeah, take that.
Man,
What?
can you give me a reflex save?
Can I give you a reflex save?
Yeah.
I can.
As you stab this scorpion,
31?
You're fine. As you stab the scorpion with your dog slicer, a greenish ichor just splashes out all around it where you wounded it. And as it hits the ground, you see it burn the ground beneath.
Ah!
You do
Star
notice that this scorpion has a slightly different physique to it to the tundra one. It's got an extra leg. We'll go with that.
This is a 9-legged scorpion, people! Be aware!
Nobody tell him let's go. No.
There's not a chance them pincers are classed as legs. Anyway, you're in. Is that you done, Zach?
That's me done.
Teve.
I'm fly out of a different book this time. Page out of a different book. And because it's based, I'm going to chill touch it.
Nice.
Chill touch.
Good touch.
What about that? Well, it's not a lich slapping it,
It's
is
not
it?
a lich slap, it's actually a chill touch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ouch.
So you do hit it. 5. You don't crit it
Really?
by 1.
Ouch.
So you got 9 above its AC, not 10.
Yeah.
5 damage, and it's got to do a saving throw, yeah?
It has a fortitude save.
So I'll do its 5 damage first. That's 5. And it does a fortitude save, yeah?
Yeah.
Fortitude, oh, that's pretty stonky. 26.
That wins. It doesn't become enfeebled.
And anything else on a fail? Cool. Is that 1, 2, 2?
That's 2 actions. What's the thing where you can step away without
Step.
triggering?
It's called. It's literally called step, mate. You take an action point. You can move 5 feet, and you don't initiate an attack of opportunity. But it's also worth noting, attack of opportunity is a specific attack that creatures do or don't have. It's not everyone gets one.
Oh,
I mean, it's wise to do because you don't know, but it's not everyone gets a blanket attack of opportunity. It's an actual skill to have.
Mostly fighter types.
Fighters get them at first level, barbarians get them at 6th.
But yeah, it's still a skill that whatever you're fighting.
and hope that it turns round and hits the goblin that stabbed it.
Well, I hope it doesn't, but I have reasons.
I have reasons. Sinis, you're up. You've just noticed that glint may have distracted you in a different direction.
I will turn back round. Can I see the scorpion?
Yes, you can. So you can see the scorpion's pincers and the arch of its back and the venom stinger flying around because the heap in front of you is about 6 feet high. But you can actually see the flailing of scorpion limbs.
Can you make me a whiz save?
Oh, for fuck's sake. 15 plus 7, 22.
Oh, it makes it.
Half damage on days, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah! In which case it takes 5, because I maxed out the dice again, so it takes 5
Nice.
damage.
You can go right off some people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like DMs.
That's standard. So you try to daze the creature, you feel it doesn't quite affect it as well as it did the first scorpion you fought. You still have an action point.
I'm going to... Can I move and climb up onto here?
How much movement do you have?
25?
Where were you? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, fuck it, yeah, you can, yeah. So that'll be you done, Sir Gavin.
Okay, I move over to here. Say, it's over, Scorpion. I have the high ground.
I mean, what planet? Alright, carry on.
I'll
He's
attempt
a
to hit
knight. He's
Hey.
used to fighting people that talk back.
it. I'm also trying to make myself big and noticeable and hit me first, please. I have shield. 13 is a miss.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
you didn't stab me really hard with a 31, did you? Your 13 does not strike true enough to do damage.
And neither does my 11.
It does not. And you were one off a crit, lad.
Yeah, that's all. That's fine. I rolled 5, so it happens. I miss with my long sword and look menacing. Grr.
Give me a diplomacy check.
22.
Cool.
I rolled a nat
20 to ignore you.
That's totally fine. Go on, hit the goblin.
It will. Nat 20s, Bardic Inspiration dice. You can buy them at bardicinspiration.co.uk.
Not the bardic inspiration dice. Oh, no.
These wonderful dice are the bane of all tabletop players.
Yes.
I DM for. I'm just a gifted roller, what can I say? Right, so it will turn with all 3 action points, finally, and put them into Zek.
Oh no!
Just shout when you want me.
It will try to pincer you. Oh, dear. 28.
Yes?
What's your AC?
21.
Nah, yeah, you're fine. Cool. So as it pincers you, it will do a... It will do +6. 11 points of slashing damage as you feel its pincers cross around you, and then a grab. So you're now being constricted, at which point it will constrict you.
What bam! Paladin reaction, champion. I stab it and give the goblin resistance to that damage.
To the bludgeoning damage or the damage that you just received?
The damage from that attack.
Cool, so
You
you're...
gain resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus my level, so 6.
So you gain resistance to slashing damage, yeah?
Resistance to all damage. He just gets resistance damage.
Against the triggering damage. I say I'm with you.
So you hit him instead of me.
Yeah.
This is your mistake.
It's not triggering damage type, it's triggering damage. I'm with you.
Yeah. Because you damaged my friend instead of me, I get to literally go, no, hit. I don't know why I'm speaking like Zek, because it's maybe Zek is big.
Cool.
Because it's infectious. Look at this.
Then take 10 points of bludgeoning damage
Ow.
as it crushes you. And then it'll try and sting you at -5.
Owie.
If it makes a difference, 80, I hit it for 22.
22 does hit.
8 points of damage in its ass.
Okay.
If it kills it before it gets its second and third attacks.
It does not.
I know, but I'm just.
But it is well worth it because it may have saved the -5 is a... Oh, I think I've missed. 22 -5, yeah, I've missed. So as it's got you in its pincers, the venom stinger comes flying down and misses you completely and stabs into the floor, Zek.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
It's now your turn, Zek. To break
That's awesome.
To break the constrict, it's a DC 20.
Well, I'm actually going to take my reaction while it misses me and then stab it back.
Okay, cool.
Have goblin reactions will strike. I get a 21 to hit it.
You hit.
It does 8 points of damage.
Bam!
It is also flanked, therefore flat-footed, so it takes an extra d6, which is 3, so 11 points in total.
It's not looking as healthy as it once did. As you are stabbing the shit out of it.
Awesome. I'm okay with being grabbed, so I'm just going to stab it again. Because I can stab while I'm grabbed.
Okay.
I get a 13 on this.
You do indeed miss, but it's not a crit.
I'm going to try my second stab. Oh, a 17. Its AC is too lower.
And you miss.
Damn it. That's it. I'm gonna stop there.
So you reactively stabbed it really well, and then when you proactively try to stab it, you miss twice.
I can't get the sticky end in the scorpion.
It's right there in front of you. Just stab the hand. Anyway, Tavir.
It did exactly what I wanted it to do. Gonna use
You're gonna do what? Sorry.
2 actions to daze.
Jesus Christ. 17.
That's a fail. It's not a crit.
Jesus Christ.
And it takes 8 mental damage.
What a prick. As your daze takes effect of the scorpion, you see this strange, oily, visceral just pour out of where the eyes and mouth is, and it just falls limp to the floor.
Zach, enjoy your shower.
It is not bath month.
Can Gawain and the goblin, Mr. Zek, give me a reflex save?
Oh, no, 16.
Cool.
I am going to use my free reroll on that. 31.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Down to 1 hero point.
Zek, you... What did you get? 16? Zek, you... Again, as it hits the deck, there is a squelching noise as its venom sac bursts. And you successfully ninja your way out of anything hitting you. Unfortunately, the tank, who knew? You take 8 points of poison damage. But you're not poisoned. You're not poisoned. It just burns essentially.
Yeah.
You are out of initiative, and before you start doing anything else, I'm going to call a break because it's after 9:30. So yes, lovely. Thank you. Boom. We're going to have a break. Sponsored Sawdustandswearwords, the lovely Just Games. Check them out, go look at them. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to have a break now. Thanks for watching. If you've been watching since the start, if you've just joined us, great. Stick around. During the break, you're going to see a picture banner thing for the 48-hour gaming challenge. Check it out. Go check the 3 charities out on the Tinterweb. If you can, follow the link to Just Giving and throw a few quid at it. It'd be very much appreciated. If you can't, do not worry about it. Just tell as many people as you can about it. 10p is better than nothing. So thank you very much, and we will be back in about 10 minutes, 15 at a push, while we have a quick bio break and grab a brew or an icy lemonade, baby.
Nuggets.
See you soon.
Okay.
Audio. Hello, Tinternet. And hello, Uli. To answer Uli's question, I haven't heard about AJ's Blood Bowl 2 League starting tomorrow, my good man. And it's unlikely I'll be able to take part due to the streaming schedule and worky stuff. So yeah. But have fun. Umans all the way. So yeah, so welcome back to the stream. If you've just joined us, thank you very much. If you've been watching and you've been for a brew and come back, etc., thank you very much. Let folks know this is happening. Although Paizo's also streaming Pathfinder 2, so it's a bit of competition, but I'm all for whooping their behinds for no real benefit, really, other than being a twat. So yeah, we're playing Pathfinder 2nd Ed. These lot went into a stone forest. They traversed across it. Somewhat of a huge hall leading into some sort of subterranean structure. They've gone through the archways at the end of the forest and into a underground Stonehenge circle type area. It's enormous. It's a good 110 feet across. The Stonehenge is in there. There was an obelisk at the centre that shot up about 20 feet and came to a point and was covered in druidic symbology. They did some stuff and ended up fighting 2 tundra scorpions that were conjured what appeared by the obelisk itself. The second one they fought was a very slight variation of the tundra scorpions they fought on the way in, and that it was a bit more volatile when they attacked it. Sinis, excuse me, Sinis managed to, not on purpose, but managed to see through to a time and place where there was a bald-headed dwarf with no beard, covered in a red, white and blue ward, in a very plain kilt and a shirt and a wooden mallet sat before the obelisk. And that is what happened before the break. So no, are gravy boats used to give you bits? They are not. They are gravy boats are essentially channel points. Ash, sorry to interrupt the game. Are just channel points, so the more you watch and stuff, they just give you points, and you can do little emojis and stuff like this. They're a bit more. They're just a fun little thing to have. Bits are actually a monetary value. I have no idea how to donate bits. I believe it's just at the top of the chat you can donate them. Dwarf Warrior, Sawdust, how do you donate bits? But yes, I'll do the Google. You do the Google. Or ask Uli. Thank you very much. You have another team reroll, guys, from Uli.
Thank you, Uli.
Uli 69, lad. How old are you? Jesus. I had to change my name from Heavy 69, so.
There might have been 68 Ulis.
There might have been 68 Ulis. But if there's 68, you're always
70.
You're always old one, aren't you? So, you have another reroll. Make note. You're in the henge area. The 2 dead scorpions on the floor. 3, 2, 1. You're in the room.
Ow!
Everyone okay?
No!
I mean, I got stabbed, he got stabbed, and you got covered in poison. I'm not sure we're doing great.
I'm fine.
I'm not bad. If you need some aid, I can help and assist.
Yes.
Not yet.
Not yet from Tiv, and yes from the other goblin.
The other goblin has a name? Oh, that's it. I'll just turn away. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you just said the other goblin, and then I'm gonna berate you, and you just you go and deal with that other thing. Go on, it's much more important than me and healing me.
Sorry, chips arrived.
Oh well, I guess that's important.
I mean, food is more important than friends sometimes.
All the time.
So while Jack's having his little tantrum, I'm going to look around. To see stuff. To see if anything else in here has changed.
So, looking round the back, you can see that it reaches right to the edges. 13, cool. It reaches right to the edges of the open cavern. You look up. It's a natural cavern. there doesn't appear, at least what you can see, what you can perceive, it doesn't appear as if anything's been done to manipulate the space in this area. It seems to be the cave itself was here, and then they've populated it with this Stonehenge and obelisk. But there doesn't seem to be another way out. There doesn't seem to, other than the archways that you walked in.
The Tundra Scorpion, I want to examine that a little bit more, to the first one we killed, to see if the markings do match the druid.
Cool. Give me a... do you have... 2 seconds while I go through my lovely rule books, provided by our sponsors, Just Games, Across the Water, GG. It's not actually all up, so you might need to...
What have you done with my lemonade?
What have I done with your lemonade? I've drunk it.
Nearly half.
Just waiting to see like a hand slap AD across
Give
the face.
me a perception check. Looking for me, she can't hear you. Give me a perception check. Well,
Reroll.
you do have free.
Yeah, I'll reroll if we want to reroll it.
Reroll.
I'm a Dwarf!
So people can see that.
And just walk off.
Kerry has just rolled 2 nat 1s in a row. With a team reroll, so thanks for that, Uli. I've just put it on the Roll20 map so people can see the drama of that. They were 2 nat 1s, Ash. I've put the screen up now, but it was put to good use. So while you're checking out the markings of the, you swear as you're looking at it, you sort of tilt your head and you start seeing the markings on the Tundra Scorpion, and you're trying to think of the ward on the Dwarf, and you swear you can see Sir Gawain and Zek high-fiving in the shapes on the back of that Tundra Scorpion. In full Pokemon Jesse and James style.
It's totally not true. High five.
Kerry, you're banned from group rerolls apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down on my migraine.
Let's play about Pokemon.
I'm going to attempt to learn things through the use of physics science. So rather than looking at stuff, I'm going to wander between the gaps of each set of stones because I think it might trigger a portal.
Yes.
That's goblin logic, that is.
So you're going to go through every little henge, yeah?
Through.
Do you go clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Cool.
Do you throw your arms out behind you like an aeroplane?
Not on the first run.
So,
Meow.
Tibet, which one do you start at?
I will start at the southernmost point.
Cool. When you get, so you walk through, and again, and again. And then when you get to this opposite point here, so you've done halfway around.
Yep.
Give me a will save. Wisdom. Yeah, will save. Yeah. We're too many tabletops, kids.
I'm an expert, and it's my lowest number.
23. Nice.
I'm hoping that'll do.
As you walk through, when you get to that point at the top, you see the image of a moon light up on the obelisk amongst the glyphs and language.
How can I phrase this? Does it look like a common hieroglyph of our moon, or?
You just see a specific shape light up on the obelisk, and the first thought that enters your head is, "Oh, that looks like a moon."
Cracking.
And then it fades.
And keep going through the next hop. Keep going around the circle.
You can hear Thinis mumble from the back of the scorpion. Look at I.
Sinis is deep into that Tundra Scorpion. You go round and round, and you make your way back here. Give me a will save. There we go. Are you hero pointing or are you taking it?
I'm taking it.
Yes!
What?
So, as you, what you notice is when you're walking around here, you get a very fresh air sort of feeling when you go through each thing. The first one, not so much. The one that Zek walked through when you first dipped up there, not so much. But when you start making your way through them all, it's like you're walking into a fresh breeze every time you go through one. When you got to the bit with the moon, you had that feeling of nighttime. Just when you're ready to camp, or when you're chilling out in a tavern, or it's just nighttime. You're chilled. That zen moment at night. Carrying on round, you feel the coming of a new day. And when you get to the bottom of here, when you saw the moon this side, you see the sun on the bit that you're facing now. So here, yeah, you can see again. You just see a symbol. It looks like a sun. Not very anything specific. It's just first word that enters your head. But this time, you're drawn to it visually. Your eyes begin to feel hot and itchy, but you can't bring yourself to close your lids. Yep. Let me roll. You feel dazed, motherfucker.
Nah.
You take 5 points of mental damage. What did you get? A 10. You're stunned as well for a round. But whilst you are stunned and unable to do anything, Sinis, you're oblivious to this. Them two are exchanging whatever they are doing. But
What's my name?
Tavir, you see the sun, you start to focus on it, your eyes start to burn, you feel that pain in your mind. But then you start seeing the almost rolling of a timeline. So when you see the Earth spinning really fast and it shows you the evolution of tadpole to frog, like a time lapse. You see goblins in clothing fit to be protected from extreme heat. You see them stood in almost like Colosseum-esque arenas. Not the Roman architecture, but that large building that is definitely an arena of some form of gladiatorial entertainment. You can see orcs, all red-skinned. There are no grey-green, and the shade of red that you notice from Survivor, they're all red-skinned. You see goblins, hundreds of them, ogres, trolls, hobgoblins, bugbears, but the bugbears are really, really short furred to deal with the heat. And you start seeing this time lapse of lots of them going towards this huge arena, and you can see somebody in the middle of this arena, and they are very successful at entertaining the crowd and not dying to the masses of your kind that are going at this orc that is stood in the middle. They're roaring. They have a shield that has a snarling face on it. They have a large sword, and it is just this real quick time lapse of passings of moons and suns, and then it stops, and then sat in the crowd is a single dwarf with a bald head, with a wooden mallet on their knee, a plain kilt and red, white and blue ward on their face, and they're watching the fight. They then look across time, it seems, and make eye contact with you, and your one round is up and you're no longer stunned, and you are back in the room. And all the glyphs on the obelisk light up, and out steps, as if cut through the material veil, a bald-headed dwarf with red and white warding, a plain kilt and a wooden war mallet, and he just stands where he was originally sat.
Sorry, carry on with your thing.
I was just letting you get in the zone.
I look up.
You look now, Sinis, you look up and you're like, motherfucker. And you notice that there is an element of similarity between the warding. Now it's there in front of you. You look backwards and forwards from the scorpion, and he's just sat. He's just stood there.
I'm probably going to stand up and drop into a bow, because it seems like the right thing to do.
Give me a perception check when you do your little bow, just as you eyeball him, because you're probably the closest by them to having this conversation.
Come on, natural one. Let's have 3.
25. Cool. He doesn't appear to be 100% physically there. There's an etherealness to him. But he's looking at you, smiling. And he looks across to Vert and nods. But he doesn't speak or anything.
Hi.
Hi.
Ah! Who the heck's that?
Hail and well met, noble druid. We apologise for trespassing upon your sacred grounds.
What he said.
He just has this beaming smile across his face. Looks at Sir Gawain and he's like, not a problem.
No more jeffing scorpions.
Well, they are just doing their job, and you did walk in. Did you piss about with a stone? And he just thumbs back towards the obelisk.
No.
I don't believe you.
May have looked at it, not necessarily inverted commas pissed about, but we were investigating it to see if it was an ancient relic of a bygone era or still active.
All the above, my good orc friend. In fact, where the bloody hell is everyone?
Everyone who? This place was
Uh,
empty.
Lots of folk that look a bit like me. Some with more hair.
It's
No,
none here.
Oh,
this
well.
is literally made of stone. And, well, it's actually dusty rather than corpsey. I was going to say corpsey, but I've not seen many corpses.
It's also buried under a large amount of snow.
Yes.
Well, it's supposed to be under the ground.
No, like literally under snow.
Snow?
The,
Sorry, go
are
on.
these scorpions supposed to wander around outside? Or are they just guarding the inside?
Outside here or upstairs?
Up top.
Upstairs.
Yeah, there's a few of them up there. That's how we got a few of them down here. Well, haven't they been around for years?
That's fine.
It's more that they were tamed rather than they've escaped.
Dangerous little buggers.
Yeah.
They're not little. They're like 15 times the size of me.
Well, all right, they're small in comparison to some of the scorpions that we had to face, but yeah.
There were bigger ones.
Hi.
Do you claim ownership of this scorpion? Or
Of the scorpion, no, it's not really. It's just summoned. It's not a real beast.
oh, I feel a lot better.
It's just simple stone magic that we put into the the gateways. I'm assuming one of you walked through them all.
He did.
I literally raised my hand and waved excitedly.
I saw you in the arenas.
Yeah. Where even was that? Because I was walking through these stone things here.
You don't recognise that place?
No.
Some kind of arena.
Give me. Oh God, let me get my rule book out.
Culture.
Yeah.
Society.
Did you have a culture roll there? Did you say?
I said culture, but I don't actually have culture on the flipping. I assume it's society, this one.
Society.
Right, I'll have a society roll. Mate, I'm right with you, Martin. I've got like 19 different skills that I'm like, it's none of them.
This isn't going to work either. However, let's roll with a plus 1.
14. Yeah, I mean, you're aware that ancestrally your people came from a place called Furia on the other side of the world. But
can I throw a different check on this one? Because I have got goblin lore.
Then yeah.
Would that be more appropriate?
Yeah, that would be definitely more appropriate.
It's going to come up black now.
You've got hero points if you really want to know.
Use the hero point.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Nat 20.
Of course he does.
Jesus Christ. Give me the law. Give me the goddamn law. Sorry, Tavir, you were saying?
No, that's it. Gonna crit win on a law check. Tell me about the goblin heritage.
You all used to be elves. No, so
What?
there's no one. You're lucky I've not wiped out the elves. Right, so after your flurry of dice rolls, when as the bald-headed dwarf says to you, you don't know that place, you sort of take a moment's breath and you're like, hang about, and you start recalling the stories that your uncle, your auntie, your father, your mother, you just family generations, and they go back as far as grandparents and such. Just telling stories of the journey that you lot took from Furia, like from the other side of the world to here. Furia is raw, it's powerful, it's strong. It is alleged to be that cradle of life-esque origin for the orcs and such. The orcs were acclaimed throughout the goblins and orcish histories to be the first race on Colossus, and everyone else came therefore after. The Furian culture. Oh, fucking hell, that's a beautiful sentence. Thank you for allowing me to say that. Furian culture. This dwarf, by the way, does not look like Riddick in the slightest. Vin Diesel at 5'5".
On the 48-hour stream, we might be getting Vin Diesel.
I'll crack out some cosplay. I'll play Vin Diesel in Greg's. So you yes, you start recalling that Fury was a place of pride, a place of deep history of Colossus itself, not just goblins and such, and that those arenas were how it was training, it was entertainment, it was bound into the soul of the culture of the orcs, goblins, ogres, etc. They, not through any animosity towards one another, it's survival. It is that case of, if we are strong, we're harder to kill type thing. The arena that you remember now, even though it was time-lapsed, you start to slow down and piece the bits together. I mean, you're a studious goblin learning magics and such. You start... You still need to know the spin of the finger and the word so you can mock wizards, right? That's what I'm going with, okay? That's what I'm going with. I mean, you don't need to swear, but...
You're a wizard, Tam! What, a sorcerer, you know.
You're a sorcerer, Tiv. But you'll remember that specific arena being religious in some way. It is the arena. It is the one that all orcs, goblins, ogres, etc. It is the one to go, and you only ever know it to be the arena. But there is a couple of words that even on your 27 you can't quite place.
Okay. I say all that word for word the way he said it.
Including the Vin Diesel and Greg's bit.
He was an ancient hero of the bugbear race.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put down, this meant something to Tam.
The Pasty Wars. That is mid.
Apparently it was called the Pasty Wars.
Yes, I've heard that the red-skinned orcs revere something like this, but the grey ones are not part of this.
Grey and green do not exist over there.
Yeah.
And the red-skinned orcs of Furia are red-skinned. The red of the orcs over here is self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Why I wear a hat? I've not got a red hat, but the character's supposed to be wearing a red hat.
I'm gonna ask the druid what his name is, because I always forget to do this.
He looks at you and he says, I'm Roots.
Of course he is.
Strong dwarven druid name.
It's taken every ounce of willpower I've got not to call him Vincent.
Is that Vincent Roots?
Brian Unleaded, just for copyright.
Brian Unleaded. Sorry, I just got that.
You'll watch this part later and wish you laughed when you were there.
I'm gonna say I'm.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm dead.
So,
I know you, Tiv. I think.
How do you know me?
Well, you were there, weren't you? I just thought I got a knack for.
You nodded and appeared in front of me.
I got a knack for names and faces.
I'm Zek! I bet you didn't know that.
I did not. What's your bloodline, Tiv?
Undead.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I thought I'd made a mistake then. But I'm alright. I'm alright.
Roll initiative.
He's the guy that killed my mother, and not the one that just said hi.
When you lose your hair, come see me. Yeah, and what about you, Biggin?
I am Sir Gawain,
Ah, sir.
a follower of the Ivy Knights and licensed knight.
The Ivy Knight? They're not still flying around, are they?
Not that I've seen.
They don't fly.
The Ivy Knight does fly. He's got wings. Well, they've got
What?
wings. She's got wings. The
I
Ivy Knight's got
think,
wings.
It's more we follow the tenets that they laid down and the ideals that they upheld.
Does this mean you're going to get wings at some point, Sir Gawain?
He's not a dragon, is he?
No.
What?
Last I checked, I wasn't. No.
What's a dragon?
I mean, I may eventually find a mighty steed and maybe symbolically wear a winged helmet, but that'd be about as close as it gets.
Wow. What's a dragon?
Yeah.
I don't. And Roots looks at the other three as if to be like, is he drunk?
He's not from round here.
I grew up in the street. It's not like I had some kind of full proper education. What is a dragon?
It's a magic lizard.
I was going to say, like myself, but considerably larger and more powerful and of a much stronger bloodline, often with various different shapes and sometimes wings.
So does that mean you're going to become a dragon?
No.
And the original ones are what we know as the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that with the big G?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't deal with those. No. They keep over there, and Zek keeps over here, and it's perfectly fine. And never the two should meet.
Hang on.
The lizard people are said to be descended from the dragon.
That makes a bit of sense. I mean, to be fair, what colour are your scales at the minute?
Grey.
Grey. You got an element of glycera about you.
I have been
It's
told that.
probably because she's a bit under the weather.
Not necessarily.
Wow. You
We're
definitely.
underground, so we're all under the weather.
Jesus. Jesus walks in with a machine gun.
Who's this guy?
Shoots you with a shotgun.
He's with a little G.
That's not another woman.
So,
Is this?
say again, Sidis.
What is this place?
He sort of has a little bit of a chuckle and he's like, it's the Forest of Stone.
We figured
Do
that.
it.
Yeah, we're not known for our. Well, there's no need to go complicated with names. It is what it is, isn't it? We made it years ago. It took absolutely centuries. I mean, it ain't no easy. We're a bunch of stonesmiths, or at least we were. And he's still looking around, hoping or expecting, you know, someone to just pop up and be like, "How are you doing, Roots?"
Maybe they're all in bed.
Roots,
Yeah.
what year is it?
What year is it?
Yeah.
No idea.
4.
Alright, what year was it where you were in the arena where I just saw you?
Oh, pfft. That'd have been. Oh. Well, if today's. That's a couple. It's about 300 years ago, is that? It's been a
Miles
while.
away then.
Yeah, we don't really track it. Like, we don't need. Like, it's not a thing we do.
I mean, I know your people are long-lived. I didn't realise how long.
Hey,
I didn't know. I think the 300 years if I was at the arena in here.
well, I saw you there.
That's my concern.
Maybe your species firmly believes in resurrection or reincarnation.
I mean, my family's massively into the unliving thing, so them being around's fine, but I'm still alive.
Those
Does
that
that mean
don't.
you're like 301 years old then?
No, but my mum might be.
Wow, your mum's 301? Blimey! I mean, I'm 4.
Yeah. So Roots picks up, just puts.
That's one of them falling out of the bed.
Sorry.
We're all waiting with anticipation.
There was an alarm of bang, so Becky's gone to check if one of the children have fallen out of the bed head first.
Money's on Sam.
Oh God! But I want it to be Dom.
If it was Sam, there'd be an hole in my floor. She's not shouting, is she? She's alright. She's alright. She's fine.
That's good.
We'll buy another one. So, who asked Roots what? Somebody asked Roots something. Oh, they didn't.
Not me.
Oh, I might have asked Roots something.
All right. What lies to the chamber? What lies beyond this grove to the north and west? We came from the south, I believe.
From where you are right now, if you go back up out of the way, you can get to the forges.
Convenient.
Well, yeah, we don't want to be travelling miles to get to his forges. That's what we do.
No, exactly. So, what lies beyond a smaller passage? Okay, so you were aware of a Ziggurat Pyramid with 4 metal scorpions atop it?
Ah, yes. So that is a bit of a don't move the tablet. It's a lock for the, you see the scorpions, and I said there might be some bigger.
What happens if the tablet's already moved?
Well, if it's already moved, there's a good chance the thing might. Well, you haven't moved it, have you? Have you ever heard of a Manticore?
Classically, as in the fabled beasts that occasionally knights seek to slay for heroic deed kind of things.
You are.
Oh, that's cool. We've got a knight.
Let's say you are really invested, aren't you, there, Gavin?
I did have an education.
I didn't.
That's not far off. We had a lot of folk come and try to challenge it. We didn't see him again, but it was a case of we couldn't or didn't feel it was right to shift it out of its own, and it was quite aggressive at wanting us to even think about shifting it out. So it was a very aggressive creature, so we just locked it up.
Oh, good.
I don't know anything about manticores apart from they are.
Well, you see them
like chimeras and withens. They're like fabled mythical beasts and monsters to slay.
fabled
Sometimes.
mythical. I just walked out of a store. You see that scorpion on the floor there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, double it and give it a bit of intelligence and an horrible bastard personality, and that's a Manticore.
So like a very large scorpion that doesn't like Zek.
With
You've
wings.
got this, Gwen.
It's got wings.
Does it have
Nice.
any?
Hey guys, a dragon! You've been like famous! He's got like a dragon and it's a really angry scorpion!
I'm just going to put my hand on Zek and push him down and let Zinnis actually say what they were trying to say.
Roach looks at the lizard.
Does the Manticore have a name?
Not that I've ever asked, but I would assume so.
Okay.
If not, can we name him?
I'm not going to stop you.
Did you paint a large red skull on the floor?
Did I paint? Not me.
One of your people.
They might have. Some of them are quite artistic. They like to put symbols on their smithing work.
I understand.
Okay.
I mean, was it a well painted skull? Sorry, say again, Tiv. Say again.
So this is an open question to the group. When we walked past it, was the lid already off?
I don't believe so.
No.
I'm going to pointedly look at Zek.
I don't. Hardly. There's a scorpion over there. That looks nice. And there's like a Stonehenge. Sorry, what were you saying?
That's lid.
Yeah.
Was it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to look at the...
Definitely wasn't me.
I'm going to maintain eye contact with Roots.
Roots will maintain eye contact back, and you know that he does not believe a lot of what's going on. Maybe he's a little bit confused. He's sort of reading your lot's body language, listening to Zek, listening to your questions, and he's a little bit cautious now.
The pictogram of the skull that was on the floor was quite a large one, and I wouldn't have attested it to be of dwarven origin, but I'm not that au fait with how your artwork is, I will admit.
It's usually
It's very stony.
stone.
I've seen your lovely trees and your amazing carvings and your attention to detail, and those were really nice. This didn't have that. It was a bit rushed.
I would say we're normally a bit more particular. Like it's usually like a stamp of crafts on our items and such, but we don't just willy-nilly paint. Well, at least I don't, and none of what I know. Am I literally the only one here?
Yes,
no,
so far that you've
there's
seen.
4 of us, and you make 5, but you're not really here. You're like very, very ghosty.
You are a bit ethereal.
You are the only creature we have seen. You are the only creature we have seen that has not been a scorpion.
And that hasn't attacked us.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put a hand on his shoulder.
On Roots' shoulder.
Yeah.
As soon as you touch him, he disappears into smoke, and on the floor is a wooden mallet.
Oh my God! You killed him!
Gav? Gav, what did you do to him?
I'm going to pick up the mallet.
Apparently, reassuring shoulder pats aren't ghost things.
You could definitely take a Manticore if you can do that to a Dwarf and Druid. You got this, no problem. I'm just gonna pick up this stick.
Sinis already did.
Damn it!
Sinis, you instantly feel as if you can hear the very short mossy grass on the in the henge area moving in the wind. Every little creak of grass, every little noise. You feel very attuned to the naturous feel around you, and then it fades. You are quite aware that this hammer has a magical element to it, and could be used one-handed or two-handed.
Is there a cast read over on it? So it should tell me what magic school it is.
The hammer is abjuration.
Abjuration. Okay. Cool.
That's pretty standard for magic weapons.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try a thing.
Okay.
So AD, I'm
Like this.
literally gonna run. I'm gonna repeat my course of action, do a full circle
You're
of thing.
gonna redial. Is that what you're gonna do?
Well, we know how to hang up on the phone call, so yes.
I feel like this happened in another one of your games.
Which one?
The one that involved a red button. And then a building exploded.
Ah, yeah.
As long as we get to the building exploding when we're underground.
Yeah, so more the outcome rather than the. I was like, I don't remember Stonehenge in. But yeah, cool. Right, cool. So you watch Tiv set off a cordial jaunt, and he starts and then speeds up and he starts buggying round. You as you pass under them, you get that same fresh air feeling. As you get to the top, you feel no pull on your mind or will, but you do see the moon glyph light up on the obelisk. You come all the way around to the bottom and you see the sun glyph light up. No will save and no response from. It's just a dead tone.
Yeah. Nothing happened, but I did see the glyphs again. There's a moon on the north and the sun on the south.
What happens if you go the other way?
I'm gonna turn around and sprint the other way.
Yes! Goblin!
Intelligence 8.
Uh-huh.
Give me a will save as you get to the.
See? It worked!
As you get to the top.
22. No. I
Oh,
want to fail.
You take half damage. You take 10 points. You take 5. Sorry, you take 5 because it's half.
Damn.
And you feel dazed.
Tiv, do you need healing? I've only got a one-shot.
Yes!
believe you
I
have
need
better.
healing! I'm stood right next to you!
Tive is the one who has the healing spells.
Teve, as you are stood there, the moon glyph lights up and glows a very pale colour of red. Shade of red, sorry.
Like a rose colour.
Zap.
Can anyone else see the moon going red?
No. As in, if. Yeah.
I'm going to continue my run around the thing.
Or in the lizard tongue, Nafam.
Fam.
Oh, Jesus, what have I just done there? But I can't do that again. Right, as you get back round there, give me another will save.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh dear.
What's your 10?
The critical fail, isn't it?
Yep. But I didn't roll very high. You take 10 points of mind damage. You are stunned for a round. Before you are stunned, you notice that the sun glyph icon symbol on the obelisk goes a very dark shade of nightshade blue. Nightshade blue? Yeah, nightshade. Nighttime blue. It is nightshade, isn't it?
Purpley blue, yeah.
Yeah. I know my colours.
Stand there with that age.
Yeah. And there, you just freeze, mate. You're stunned. There's no visual that comes with it, but you hear an audible click in your mind.
Oh no. So, to the click. I'm going to look sadly at Zek. Why did you make me run the other way? I think my mind just clicked.
Oh no!
Let's get attacked by line.
Oh no.
What does that mean? What does your mind clicking mean?
I think it broke many sticks. This is going to end badly.
You hear a roar from somewhere beyond the arches back into the forest. It roars through and echoes all the way through. You can hear it repeating as if there's more than one of sources of this roar out past the archers into the forested area.
Yay! It's a challenge for Sir Gawain!
What are you needing healing-wise?
I've got it.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'll wander over and I'm going to cast Soothe on you.
What's Soothe do?
Heals. Give me 1 second while I go for my spells and I find how many I'm doing for you.
And out of respect to Zach, he needs to do it. I could do a top up.
I need all of the healing. I'm really injured.
You can hear a lot of these roars going on. They are a constant presence.
Sorry,
Just double checking.
Obviously.
Jesus. 8. 14 hit points.
Go on, Sir Gawain.
Sorry, I was waiting for because those guys are harder to hear on thingy. I'm going to roar a challenge in response as loud as I can towards the roars.
Can you heal me first, and then I can run and hide, and then you can do your challenging?
It's fine. As I finish doing it, I won't even turn to Zach. Just say, it's fine. We have a few seconds.
Okay, that's great.
Roll initiative.
Is
No,
there any way out of this room other than the way that we came in?
not that you found.
They said there was a forge north to the north.
Sinis did not find a way to the north.
Oh, okay.
So you shout your challenge. Give me a... Are you trying to be intimidating or diplomatic?
I'm kind of answering it to let it know that there's something out there willing to meet it.
Are you doing it in common, yeah?
No, I'm actually going to roar in Orcish.
In Orcish?
Yeah.
Cool. Who are you lot speak Orc?
I think I might.
Cool. Then you all understand the roar of challenge from Sir Gawain. Along the lines of, let's have you.
I was going to say something a little more poetic along the lines of, in the name of the Ivy Knight, I will meet you, foul foe.
Ho ho!
I mean that's really nice, but still, some healing?
Why do you keep asking me for healing? Zek, I have 1 shot of healing. I can do you, and you're done.
When he makes his roll, I'm going to do the 3-action cast of a level 1 heal spell. So all 4 of us, regain.
So, as you roar your challenge, in the name of the Ivy Knight, you hear a pause in the roaring, and then multiple sources of laughing loudly, and they have a very guttural, similar to when you speak full Orc and just put your dialect on it. It's got that rough edge to it, which is such a poetic sound when you're speaking your noble phrases. But the guttural response is just lots and lots of laughing, and you hear, "I will eat your soul," and then the multiple laughs again.
Everyone regain.
Tim gives no fucks, he's healing.
I think, yeah, exactly. Zek wants it.
Yes.
21 HP.
21.
Yeah.
Sweet. I can't do
Sweet.
59.
You say phrase in Sawdust. I don't know what you think eating soul is in your house, but to each their own, mate.
I think it's phrasing to me when it's like, I don't know, I'll give you one or something like that.
I'm no expert on whatever a Manticore is, core, but I'm pretty sure it's accepted your challenge.
Is it Arcana for a Manticore? 80?
What you wanted to know what it is?
Yeah, if you general knowledge on it. I mean, I'm sort of waiting for
Nature. Give me a nature check.
Well, I get a 17.
Yeah. So, oh, you rolled a 17. Did you not add anything to it? No.
No.
Obviously, why would you? Yeah. So your knowledge of manticores is not far off what Roots said to you. They're large scorpion-esque creatures. They have a bit more about them regarding intelligence. They're facially more.
Kind of an old man, lion mane.
Yeah, maybe. The faces, there's multiple tales of. You get like feline, ape-like, human-like, monstrous, but they all seem to have variations of face rather than just scorpion and wings. But other than that,
I'm just going to turn to everybody and say, I think it would be an advantageous position to move back to where, you know, those little corridors were.
You mean the seven corridors of one block?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe stand in one of those little tunnels.
so it's coming from the forested area. So
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So let's hustle back if people are done here.
There's a theory of hustling back to there.
Yeah.
Shall we just run the other direction?
That is something you can do. Yes.
Two things on your 17, Sir Gawain. One, they don't eat souls that you know of. Two, they're not as big as Roots described that you know of.
Yeah. It was more the flying thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Was my thought process for getting undercover.
It's just to make sure you have that information as well.
There could be multiple enemies. If we put ourselves in the small corridors, they can just run up the other corridors and then surround us. And then we're trapped in a very small space, not able to move, and they can do that quite easily. That makes me nervous.
That's fair.
I like the idea of a bottleneck, but because they have 6 options...
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I mean, well, I was thinking we might be able to use one of the corridors that's the one, say, just before the collapsed one, so that we're restricting, which, like, literally there's only 2 fronts at that point. But I'm also all for making a tactical withdrawal to the 4G area suggested by Roots, if that's a better fighting area. Now that it's coming towards me, I don't need to run from it, it's coming.
It's more that if we can find an exit that doesn't go via multiple of those things, whatever those things out there are. I've only got so many harms left in me, and only so many heals. My heals are pretty strong. There's only so many.
Did those things speak back in common?
I think they spoke back in all.
No, they spoke back in common.
Oh, okay.
Do any of you speak Abyssal, just for note?
Give me 1 second. I think I speak in Infernal. Oh no, I don't. I don't at all. I don't speak any of that. No, I speak Fish.
Fair.
I speak Aquan. I don't know why.
Cool.
Goblin. Yeah.
So what are you
I
doing?
think it's because I like the idea of the lake and the glacier. And I thought if there's like 50 people in there, I like the idea of their food. So yeah, and that's where my love.
You are 100% accurate. Yes, what are you doing?
Well, I'm waiting for our foes to come. I'm either gonna, if the party do not wish to go with me to what I would consider a position of some tactical benefit that we've seen already, I'm waiting, and they would rather retreat back and follow. I will be the last man. They can go scout. I will be back towards them, face towards danger.
I'm going to run that way and have a look if there's what's in that direction ahead of us.
So, Tiv, you're going to run into the tunnels to look out into the forest?
No, sorry, I thought forest was south. So
Forest, yeah, sorry. Forest is south. So you're running up north, yeah?
I'm running north to see what's that way.
And you're going to try and fight, right, cool. Gawain, what are you doing? Are you running into the tunnels? Or near the tunnels?
No, if the party don't want to come with, I don't want to leave him alone as is, so I'm going to stand there.
So you're kind of the first thing to come up type mentality.
Yeah.
Okay. Zek and Sinis, what are you two doing?
I'm gonna hide behind this rock.
Okay. Sinis?
I'm going to stay with the rest of the people. I'm going to move slightly because I don't like clumping. And yeah, so that if we do decide to all run to small corridors, we can. Or if we decide to run up, we can. We'll just wait for word off Tiv. So I'm going to stay where I put myself.
Cool. Can you give me a perception check, Tiv?
Yep. Nope. Have I got a reroll left?
Yeah, you've got hero points. Yeah.
Of course it is.
You do have three hero points total now.
3.
So, would you have had 3? What time is it now? Yeah. So. Oh Jesus Christ!
Just so everyone else is aware, he rolled a 7, a 2, and then a 1.
Just
Our scout, ladies and gentlemen.
He's the sorcerer.
Tiv,
Behind the rock.
on obviously, Brooch said to the north. There's the forge. Jesus Christ! You go looking up there. You can't find. I've got to go on your last roll. Nothing, my good goblin friend. You can't see this. Like how the bloody hell you get into this stone forge north? You don't know.
I can't even see how to climb down the edge of that rock.
You've only just realised you've got feet. It's been 10 years and you've just noticed you've got feet.
How do I get down? Feet.
11 toes, but you know. So
Only 8.
you start.
Is
Can Zek, Gavin, and Sinis give me perception checks, as I assume you're looking towards the archways.
Yep. Mine isn't great.
Jesus.
17.
17. So.
Come on, Bar.
You can do it.
Yay.
Just roll.
Come on, roll.
That's how you perceive.
Nice.
28.
You can see the future.
So, Zek, you can hear the approaching of something in those tunnels. Whether they're in them or not, you are not confident. I mean, you can see in the dark and you can't see anything clearly coming into the tunnels.
Is it many feet or one?
Many.
Set of... Oh, yep.
And Sinis, you can see on the other side before they come into the tunnels, just in the dim light as it catches them, goblinoid faces, a bit like bats to be fair, with the pushed up nose, the long pointed ears. They're stalking around on all fours. Their hands have got a clawed humanoid look to them. They've got like lupine features for the rest of them, like their back is up with a thick bunching of fur, and then a thick wolf-like tail at the back. Give me a Arcana check. Yeah, you can't quite pin where this sort of creature may appear in the stories.
I was going to say, can I do a bardic lore check to see if I know anything about them?
Yes, bardic lore. Yes, Stu.
21!
Boom! You know this creature to be a Barghest.
Yeah, thought it was. Ah, Barghest!
Oh, that's okay. They're like
Wait a minute, I've been robbed out of my challenge. Oh.
Do I know anything about Barghest, like key weaknesses, orange points to them that go warm and you need to stab?
They eat souls to sate their demonic hunger.
Okay.
The greater ones, so those of more power, are able, as they consume, they mutate. So, with your bardic knowledge, Roots popped up and said, "Where is everybody?" And now there's a lot of bar guests about. And it is 5 to 11. So before...
Cliffhanger!
So,
This is all your fault, Nick!
I don't know what you're talking about. I just freed my people.
You're
So-
actually Tim this time.
Still the goblins.
Menace.
So, we're going to leave it there, as the bar guests may or may not enter the Stonehenge fight ring of death, whilst two of you cannot find a way out of it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've had a good laugh and a bit of fun and a bit of drama, and you've seen a cool fight and stuff like this. I will ask, because I've been trying different ways to present Roll20 to the viewers and cutting out the little boxes and stuff. If you have feedback that you've done yourselves or seen on other Twitch channels, etc., or YouTube, let me know. Send me a link on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, so I can check it out and see if I can make it a bit more fluid and a bit more visually pleasing to you lot at home, because it's very appreciated that you sit and play with us on a night, and we'd like to do it as best we can for all involved. Thank you very much for watching from the beginning, halfway through, before the break, after the break, whenever you've done it. It's very, very much appreciated. I cannot state that enough. It's amazing to have a little community building up around us and enjoying the games with us, so that's really cool. So thank you very much for that. If you want to watch us throughout the week on other tabletop goodness, and you've got a free evening, bar Fridays, the channel's live from about 8 o'clock onwards, with either myself DMing 2 or 3 times a week and a couple of others that are doing stuff. So check out our schedule. I release it every Monday on our social medias. We're everywhere, and you can come and join us and carry on having fun with us. Thank you very much to our sponsors, Just Games. Stu, as ever, amazing. Thank you very much to Sawdustandswearwords, as ever, a beautiful trolling chat. Don't ever change, my good man. Go check them out, justgames.gg and Sawdustandswearwords on Facebook. They're easy to find. Again, if you really, really want to find them and you really can't, just send me a message on any of the social medias. Even on Twitch, you can whisper me and I'll sort those details out for you. Please don't forget our lovely, boom, 48-hour challenge, gaming challenge that we're doing at the end of August, that bank holiday. Please go donate if you can. If you can't, please shout about it, and we'll try and get as many people in there as we can, and hopefully we'll raise a few quid to throw at some really good charities. So I'm really keen for that, really looking forward to it. It's going to be absolutely mental. There's going to be lots of tabletopping, lots of gaming, console, PC, etc. And Vin Diesel might be there apparently. So keep an eye out. I'm going to shut up now. Thank you very much, players. It's been a pleasure. I'm really enjoying Pathfinder 2. I'm really glad we started it. That's session 2 of the Call of Stone. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you very much for viewing. I will ask if you're all willing. I'm going to throw a cheeky raid at yes, Mr. Tall Squall. This person that I'm going to throw a raid at, they did a 3.5-year long campaign. The entire channel was completely profit free, and all money they raised went to specific charities along the way that they've been doing, and they raised $18,000 in the last 3 years. I've watched a lot of their stuff. I'm very big on what they achieved. I watched their last episode, and if you are into storytelling and you are passionate about that journey, if you do get to watch it, I can recommend. The passion those lot poured out into their ending was infectious. It was very, very cool to watch. So we're going to go raid a channel called Tall Squall. So yes, so thank you very much for watching. See you soon, and say goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.